DJ, you go crazy.
Hey, Kenn.
I feel like something else needs to
But my nigga, we like trading places. Look, bitty bitch, but we gon' do something to me.
DJUTV, let them know who we got in the building.
What's good? Y'all already know it's your girl, Sasha.
Sasha Go Hard, what you on, gang?
On my pretty girl to get money. Like, no, I'm happy to be here. So, I'm on whatever y'all on.
Well, we definitely blessed to have you here. Welcome to DJUTV.
For
We've
sure.
been seeing you all over the place lately, so it's definitely an honor to have you on our couch.
Yes.
When we talk about like Chicago music, Chicago rap, Chicago drill, however you word it, you got to mention Sasha Go Hard,
Period.
especially in regards to the ladies, you know.
Exactly.
And you've been around since the start,
Yes.
so we definitely want to shed light on you tonight. Tell us what side of Chicago you from.
So I'm from the south side of Chicago, the low end to be exact. Both of my grandmothers on my mom and dad's side, they stayed on the low end. One of them stayed on 41st and Langley, 40th and Langley, and the other one stayed like 41st and Prairie. So we all low end babies. Yeah, from the south side of Chicago.
Word. Tell us what it was like for you growing up on the low end.
You know what? My mom, she was like on us. Like she didn't let like her kids like go to too many houses and like do whatever we wanted to do. So me and my siblings was real close. Yeah, like it was like pretty cool. Like family, I grew up close to all my family. Like I'm a family person. It was pretty cool. I ain't see too much bad stuff happening. Like I was the baby of the group, so you know a lot of stuff wasn't even in my face. Like you know, so it was cool. It was cool growing up.
The baby of how many? How many siblings did you have?
So when I was the baby, I had 2 sisters and a brother. But now my little brother is here. So it's him, then it's me. And then it's 2 sisters and a brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
it's
what?
5 of us.
So what was the advantages though that you had being the baby girl?
I was safe from a lot of stuff. Like, say for instance, like I remember this time I was in daycare and my cousin who passed, him and my sister, they had all went to my auntie Easter house, and they started like this big old watermelon fight, like in the back. You know, like in some houses, like they build a back, it's like a back
Patio.
porch, but they build a tent thing around
Right.
it. So they got to having a watermelon fight. And so I remember that because I got picked up from daycare. And I felt the tension, like as a kid, like I knew somebody was in trouble, like I knew it wasn't me. And so, shit, when I got to my auntie Easter house with everybody, like everybody crying and you know they in trouble. So I kind of like got away with a lot of stuff. Like I was the baby, I got babied a lot
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
So when did you take interest in music? Like, you know, when did you start rapping? Who influenced you to get in the booth?
So I grew up around music. Like my brother, my oldest brother and sister, they always like played music, like Missy Elliott, Aaliyah, TLC. Like it was just music always around me. Like even when I was a kid. So as I kept growing, I started doing a bunch of stuff. Like I used to do hair. I used to work on computers. I know how to draw. Like I was just that kid that did everything. So one day I saw Chief Keef on MySpace, and I'm like, I wanna do that. Like I wanna put or make a song. You know, like I just did not know how to put it on YouTube and do all that. So I reached out to him, like, you know, like how do I go by putting songs on YouTube and everything. And then that's when he introduced me to DJ Kenn, the studio that he was going to, that studio all of them was going to. And I just like started doing it as I added it on to what I've been doing anyway. And just like got serious with it. Like it was fun. it's still fun. But you know, like it was just something fun to do.
Yeah.
Then I started getting paid, and then it just kept going from there.
Yeah. And speaking of Chief Keef, DJ Kenn, those are the very early days of the drill era.
For sure.
And you were there.
Yes.
Take us back to that moment in time, the excitement and things of that sort, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, when I first started being around them, I already knew, like, Chief Keef. Like, I knew him from around the way. And because he was popular, like, even before the music, you know, really took off, like, he was known. And so when I started going around them, and, like, it was all love. Like, imagine, like, one girl most of the time being around all these guys, like, nobody trying to hit on me, like, it ain't no weird activity or none of that. Like, it was just cool, like, it was like a family thing. So it was easy to be around them, to make music. It was very exciting. And actually, Chief Keef, we was working on this song, and I remember he told me, like, he wanted to hear my verse. So I'm like going hard all the time. And he like, you know, like, nah, don't say it that way, like, do it this way or be more calmer. And he actually, like, put that in my mind to make me, like, change the way I made music and stuff. Like, I stopped, like, trying to rap hard and be on all that gangster stuff. So he's definitely part of the reason, like, why I branched off from the drill.
Right.
Yeah.
I heard you say Go Hard, and we know you asked Sasha Go Hard. Tell us where you got that name from.
So Sasha, my uncle started calling me Sasha around the time, like, Beyonce came out with Sasha Fierce. It was just, like, everything about me, like, my attitude, how I dressed, how I talk, everything about me. So he started calling me that. And then I guess, like, when I first started rapping, that the way that I was going hard, like, you know, I remember when I was in the first time I was in the studio, it was Chief Keef, Fredo, SD. It was like everybody in the studio. Then when I recorded, I just remember hearing everybody like, go hard, go hard, go hard. And I'm like, this is gonna be like, I'm officially putting that on my name, like Sasha Go Hard.
Right.
Yeah.
So were you like an official glory girl at that time?
Yes, I was the first, like, I think I was the only glory girl. Like, it weren't really too many girls, like, other than, like, the hoes they had pulling up on them. Like, there weren't really too many girls in the studio, like, far as, like, coming to work. I was the only girl. And, yeah, I had got it tattooed on me and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And speaking of tattoos, you had the record. It was some about tatted like a biker boy, correct?
Yeah.
And that was one of the biggest records, you know, in Chicago at that time.
Yeah.
Definitely one of your premier records. Can you take us back and tell us the concept behind that?
Yes. Big shout out to D Gaines. Like, he was behind the concept, the vision. He had the vision for it. He produced the beat too. So I made the song, and then he just, you know, once he heard it, he like, man, we need some people with tattoos. Like, it was just raw as hell. Like, he a genius. Like, he raw for real. So I mean, he just put it together, and I just came through with it.
DJ, you go crazy.